What's up, YouTube? It's James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out on this beautiful Thursday. I'm doing pretty good myself. Back in 2019, a situation occurred with the Thuggin judges versus the two losers on the right here. Okay, judges Bradley Jacobs, Andrew Adams, and Sabrina Bell. Okay, happened to be in town on a convention, a judge convention, and I guess they decided one night that they would just go out, you know what I mean, and take in the scenery in Indianapolis at a White Castle, you know. When all of a sudden, you know, they're hanging out in the parking lot and everything, and all of a sudden, the two guys right here to your right, Brandon Kaiser and Alfredo Vasquez, pulled up, and all of a sudden, some words was changed, you know what I'm saying, and a very, very vicious fight ensued thereafter. Okay, so let's get into this story right here. There is a video to this particular thing, but I'm not going to show it on here because you know how YouTube does. I mean, they got everything else on here that's not, you know, good for children or whoever to see. But just so happens when you put some on, well, it could be, you know, a problem. So if I can, what I'm going to do is put the video in the description box. So let's get into the story. Now, video shows 2019 fight and shooting of Indiana judges outside Indianapolis White Castle. Okay, I'm telling you, it was a trip. The final suspect in a 2019 brawl and shooting involving 3 judges from southern Indiana was found guilty on 8 charges of in Marion Superior Court last month. Bearing any appeals being filed, Brandon Kaiser's conviction brought an end to the legal saga that began with the brawl outside of downtown Indianapolis White Castle. A judge presiding over the case recently released video showing the fight. The brawl occurred in the early morning hours of May 1st, 2019. It involved Kaiser and his nephew, Alfredo Vasquez, as well as Clark Circuit Court Judge Bradley Jacobs, and then Clark Circuit Judge Andrew Adams. Okay, Jacobs and Adams were in Indianapolis for a judicial conference and were joined by then Crawford Circuit Court Judge Sabrina Bell outside the fast food restaurant. Okay, and yeah, I mean, the way it all went down, it was straight up on some Pookie and Ray Ray shit, and you just didn't expect to see judges carrying on like this. But nevertheless, that's what it was, you know. Now, to continue, the judges were out after a night of drinking and bar hopping in the city. Their last stop was the Red Garter Gentlemen's Club adjacent to the White Castle, but the club was closed. Well, you guys know what a gentleman's club is. You understand what I'm saying? So they was out there, you know what I mean, I guess, looking for somewhere to make it rain. To continue, a surveillance camera captured the fight and shooting. The footage and other evidence related to the fight were not publicly released until Kaiser's trial began, due to an order from the judge presiding over the case. Kaiser's defense team did not dispute that he shot the 2 men, but claimed the shooting was in self-defense during a 3-day trial. Brandon was legitimately defending himself against a vicious and brutal attack. The man's defense attorney, David Margram, told jurors, that's all he was doing. Prosecutors disagreed. During the fight, video footage showed Kaiser sitting on the ground, no longer actively fighting the judges. When he pulled a firearm out of his waistband, said Jana Skelton of the Marion County Prosecutor's Office during Kaiser's trial. At that moment, when he shot Andrew Adams, it has to be justified that he was in intimate threat of serious bodily injury, and the force was reasonable, and it absolutely was not. Skelton said Andrew Adams didn't touch him. He's standing there, Video also showed Kaiser pursuing Jacobs with the gun, then shooting him while he is on the ground with Vasquez on top of him, the prosecutor stated. The fight ended after Kaiser shot Adams in the abdomen and Jacobs twice in the chest. Okay, yeah, it was a vicious fight. You know what I mean? Like I said, you just didn't expect to see that kind of thing. And this is the video right here. I really want to play it. And but like I said about YouTube with they bullshit, and the video is like 6 minutes long. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna try to put this in the description box. So I want you guys to check it out. Okay, so you can actually see what ensued behind the situation. But yeah, back to the Thuggin judges. Y'all ain't had no business hanging out like that. What y'all was supposed to do is take y'all ass to that convention. You understand what I'm saying? And do whatever y'all do at the convention. After that, go your ass out, get some dinner, to some buffet or wherever y'all ass go. And then after that, take your ass home or back to the hotel and take your ass to sleep or whatever your ass do. You ain't had no business out here hanging out on the corner, you know what I mean, doing the Pookie and Ray Ray. You understand? So if you hadn't been doing that, maybe these two losers, Brandon Kaiser and Alfredo Vasquez, wouldn't have rolled up on y'all like that. That's just the way I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Sabrina Bell, well, this is her right here, and this is her in the picture. When all this shit was going down, she got out the way. And you can't blame. Well, she did try to intervene a little bit, but them dudes wasn't thinking about nothing she was talking about. And that's basically what it all boils down to. But yeah, these two judges took some hits. They got shot. Like I said, I think it was Bradley Jacobs he took 2 hits to the chest. No, to the stomach. He took a hit to the stomach, and Andrew Adams, I think, he took 2 hits to the chest. And that's him right here. This is Andrew Adams, him. And this right here is Bradley Jacobs right here. And they lived through it. Most I bless them, they lived and everything. But yeah, it was a trip. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And people, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.